Good evening and welcome to our September 2nd, 2014 Ogden City Council meeting. I'll let the roll call reflect that all council members are present with the exceptions of Councilmember Stevens, who should be joining us in just a few minutes, and Councilmember Wicks, who is asked to be excused tonight. We will turn the time now to Vice Chair Gochner for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It never sounded better.
Please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, the next item on our agenda tonight is the approval of minutes. First is for the joint study session of May 20th, 2014. Councilmember Garner.
Yes, I've reviewed those minutes and found them to be correct.
And for the joint study session of July 29th, 2014. Councilmember White.
Yes, Chair Heyer, I've reviewed those and found them to be correct. And with that, I would move to approve the minutes of both May 20th and July 29th, 2014.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilmember White, seconded by Councilmember Garner, to approve the minutes. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay. Next item is common consent agenda for Doxy Street vacation.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 2014-36 and set the public hearing for September 23rd, 2014.
Second.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, if you wouldn't mind making an amendment not to adopt the ordinance, you're just setting a public hearing.
Correct.
With the amended.
Thank you.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Gochner and seconded by Councilmember Blair to set the public hearing for September 23rd, 2014. And this is a voice vote. All in favor? Aye. Are there any opposed? Okay. Next item on our agenda is a public hearing considering honorary designation of a portion of 9th Street as Scott's Way. We have many members of Ben Lomond High School student body officers and other support personnel, but we'd like to have Ryan Ormond come up and tell us about their desire.
I'm Ryan Ormond. I live at 1063 Scotts Way. I'm SBO president, so I'm speaking on behalf of the student body of Ben Lomond. Before I get started, I'd just like to say thank you to Richard Heyer and Doug Stevens for helping us out with the honorary designation of the portion of 9th Street. And we're so excited that we did bring our pipers with us. And I do live on the street, so it will affect me, but I can't wait to use it as my address. And just thank you.
Thank you. All right, this is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to this? Okay. Could I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Vice Chair Gochner and seconded by Councilmember Garner to close the public hearing. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
Mr. Chair, typically you have a presentation by the administration.
Absolutely. That's true. I've forgotten them altogether. And that would be Mr. Montgomery.
In that case, you may have to reopen
May have to.
the public hearing.
You don't.
All right.
I'm just going to be very quick with this. So what the request is to designate between Monroe and Harrison a portion of 9th Street to honorary designation of Scott's Way, as has been explained by the student body officer. Generally, when you look at these honorary designations, these are done in addition to the 9th Street address, so it doesn't alter or require people to change their mailing address. They can if they want to, but it's not an obligation. The name should be known by both names. Generally, when you look at an honorary designation, you're looking at there's something about this that's unique and fulfills a public purpose. Again, with the name of Scott's Way in front of the school as the school was renovated and the orientation of the front of the building changed to 9th Street, it seems like it would be very appropriate to give that designation. Again, the fact that this section of 9th Street really is limited. It doesn't go further west than Monroe until you go down below the hill, so it doesn't affect changing the address as you move up a street. There's actually a physical west end to the street. And Harrison Boulevard acts as a good buffer on the east side. The Planning Commission's recommendation to you was that they felt this would be appropriate action for the city to take to give the honorary name of Scott's Way to this portion of 9th Street.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Montgomery? Thank you, and I'm sorry I left you out at the first.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, what do you want to do about the public hearing?
There's questions.
Does anybody else want to speak to this? Okay, we'll leave the public hearing closed then.
It's the tie. It's confusing.
Is that what it
you.
is? I know.
It's confusing
it is.
you.
It is. All right. Well, do we have a motion?
I will make a motion that we adopt proposed resolution 2014-17 approving the honorary designation of 9th Street to Scott's Way.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Garner, seconded by Councilmember Blair, to adopt proposed resolution 2014-17. And this is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Blair,
Aye.
Councilmember Garner,
Aye.
Councilmember Stevens,
He is not
He's
present
not
yet.
present.
Councilmember White,
Aye.
Vice Chair Gochner,
Aye.
Chair Heyer.
Aye. And that passes unanimously. And inasmuch as we do have our bagpipers here, we'd like for you, if you would, to come forward and treat us with a, I don't know what you're going to play for us, but what are you going to play? All right. Up here would be better for the camera. And then
And
we'll take some
afterwards, we'll get a
photos
picture.
after. Maybe I ought to come over this way in front of that mic, or behind that mic.
Yeah, right here.
That might work a little better.
I turned down the.
Oh, did you? Okay, great. Don't go too far away. We want to get your
Yeah, we want a
photographs.
picture, and we want to bring your partner in that just
And bring
came.
your bass drummer in.
Bring your drummer in.
Maybe they ought to play another song.
And if we can have the student body officers come up too?
We'll just do a big group picture.
Yeah. Just kind of line up here in front. We'll let Amy Sue do the directing.
Okay, Rich, I need you to just scoop
Okay.
a hair over and let's see. Bart, if you could scoot a little closer to got it. Big group. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a few. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
How the school started. Thank you for
Job, guys.
We really appreciate it.
So much for being here. Yep.
Thank you.
Keep coming this way.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Scott's, right?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Job, you guys.
Let's have to play another song.
Thank you. You guys did wonderful. Thank you.
Welcome.
Good job. Sorry you weren't there at the beginning.
You. Appreciate you coming.
That's it. Bart, you're missing the wrong chair. There you go.
I wasn't sure.
Before y'all go, does anybody want to say anything now that it's over? Come over to the front there, Mr. Hogue.
As the Student Government Advisor of Bellman High School, thank you very much for this. It's a great thing for us to extend beyond the walls of Bellman High School the pride that we have to our community. So we thank you for letting us be able to do that. We will drive along it very proudly, and we'll remember this day fondly. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Hogue. Well, that was great. I have to say it's a proud moment for me as an alumni of Ben Lomond, and it's been a lot of fun. It's nice that these young people have that civic pride and school pride, and will come forward and do that. Okay, next item is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding your concerns or ideas. Please state your name and address clearly for the record. Limit your comments to 3 minutes. Is there anyone that'd like to speak? Seeing no movement. Mayor, would you have any comments for us?
I do have a couple quick announcements and a thank you. Tomorrow and the next day, we have the Northern Utah Game Conference downtown, and so I'd encourage anybody that's interested to go be a part of that. Thank the police department for putting that on. As we all know, that's a community-wide issue that and requires counselors in the school district and so many other people to address that. So it's a great thing that they put on. It's something I look forward to every year. I think our department in particular does a fantastic job with that. Also, the USA Cycling Master National Championships are here for the next 3 days. You're going to see lots of really expensive bikes going all over downtown. It's a great event. It has great economic impact. It brings great energy into our community. We really appreciate having that. This is the last week of the Temple Open House, which has been a big deal for everyone. I'll thank Jay and his department and everybody that works at Ogden City. I think that has gone through every single department for different things. They've done a phenomenal job with that. We've been privileged to welcome everybody here to see that great facility. And then I'll also send my congratulations to the Raptors for clinching their playoff berth. I was telling Chairman Garner earlier, I have a great sense of timing. I left at the end of the 6th inning, the night that they did it, and in the 7th inning, I think they had 9 runs. It was one of the more boring games I'd seen, and it ended up being the most exciting inning that we'd ever seen. And I was driving home completely unaware until I read it in the paper the next day. But congrats to the Raptors. They've had a great year, and we'll see what they do through the playoffs. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Council members, any comments?
Just a follow-up that if you want to volunteer for the U.S. Master Cycling events, you can go to Goal Foundation and sign up to volunteer. They're still looking for a lot of volunteers.
And I would just like to thank not only my fellow council members, but also the Planning Commission and the staff for doing this honorary name of Scott's Way. I think what we've done here this evening is that we have fostered a lot of pride in the northern section of our city, especially around the high school there, not only for the alumni, but for future students who will be attending there. And it was a proper way to establish that part of the city.
I've got a mention also that Councilmember Stevens is the official sponsor of this name change and has done a lot to drive that forward, and we appreciate his energy and his efforts to do that too.
Come, neither of you wore your kilts.
It's a little drafty.
You just can't see underneath the podium.
Any other comments, council members? All right.
And to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Gochner, seconded by Councilmember Garner to adjourn. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? As a reminder, there will be a special redevelopment agency meeting immediately following this meeting, and a city council joint work session will follow that meeting. Those items are on the agenda.